Matthew has something he wants to show you.
That's right, they're back. So we didn't actually see them this time. Remember the last time we saw them, I saw them walking around at night, stuff like that. Now we saw evidence, unfortunately. And when you see evidence, you can't, little mouse turds and the mouse droppings. It's not what you want to find. So we looked, cleaned up everything we can clean up, sanitize the whole 9 yards, but that doesn't make them go away. So this is our trap. I'm not going to lift this up, but this little door right here, see that? That's a little trap. There's food in there, peanut butter. So when they put their little nose in there, bam goes the red thing like a guillotine. No more mouse.
I think we got them at Grouse Mountain because the grass was so tall that it almost touched the underbelly, and I think I got it on film. Hopefully y'all would have already seen the Grouse Mountain episode where even our jacks and stuff were kind of buried in the grass, but we saw stuff crawling, and we're just like, maybe it's a prairie dog.
I mean, we were standing on our blue rug outside, y'all, and they would just crawl right under it. There were tons of them, but the grass was so tall, no amount of lights or anything that you did to defend yourself against it would make any difference. It's just too much grass.
The only difference you want to put that down for you.
Before I
chop his finger off, and then he's going to be injured again, y'all. As you can see, the difference this time is Matthew doesn't have his cane, so he's not going to be like one of them and get out of here. Get out of my RV. How it started was we were eating breakfast, and Matthew was done. And I finally got done. He's like, "Did you enjoy your breakfast?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Great, I think we have a mouse. Let me show you why." So we didn't, at least he saved it until I was done with breakfast.
I knew it before I cooked breakfast, but I wasn't going to tell her until she was good with her food.
And I saw it, but the thing that this mouse has done that the other one didn't do, it got in my candy drawer. Oh yeah, let me show you. This one, as you can tell, it's empty. No more candy. All right, y'all, see these things? We've had them ever since we started RVing, and we have not had a mouse for the first 3.5 years. So maybe these did work and they just run their course. So we're gonna go to Baumgart's and see if they have different ultrasonic plug-in things.
All right, y'all, let me show you our camp. Here's our camp. There's us, Kyle and Michelle, Chris and Courtney, and then the uninvited guests, and they are very noisy. You ever seen your hamburger try to walk right through your camp? Maybe steak is your thing. And there's a pregnant one in here. I'm pretty sure she's pregnant. She's very wide. I don't see her at the moment, who's just a big mouth. They're perfectly harmless unless they go right through your camp and trample all over everything. So I'm trying to make a pizza. Yeah, you're noisy. All right, y'all, this is the result. Humans 1, cows 0. And in case you feel bad for them, don't, because that's where they came from, was in the woods. And there is a field behind the woods, so they know where they're going. They're going actually directly towards the rest of their herd. So they're just not going through our camp and breaking everything. They're breaking trees instead. All right, quick update. For all of our compassionate, and I'm walking, so excuse the bumpiness. For all of our compassionate viewers, there they are coming out of the woods. And then we pan left. You see all of those black dots? Those are not ants. That is their big herd. And that's not even all of them. There's more than that. There's a lot of cows around here. So there they go. Back home again. And boy, they're noisy. Beef. It's what's for supper.
All right, y'all. I want to show y'all a rarity here in BDR. You see those arms? That's the awning arms. Our awnings are out right now at the top of a mountain in Wyoming. I think we're over 8,000 feet. The wind is not blowing. Matthew has this weather app that says exactly, you can put in like your exact GPS coordinates and it tells you the weather. And he says really no wind today, maybe up to 4 to 7. So we are using our awnings today, and it really shades, as you can see, this part of the RV. The table's really shaded right now, see? Yeah, so we'll see how long we get to keep them out. Place your bets below. Leave us a comment. All right, y'all, update on the awnings. How many of y'all got it right? We left them out about 3 hours. So that might be a goal, I don't know, but we're in Wyoming and you can't really leave them out that long, but at least we shaded the RV for the majority of the morning. All right, y'all, there's Matthew. We are going to explore the town of Tent Sleep today with our friends Kyle and Michelle and Chris and Courtney. We're going to caravan together. Chris and Courtney are taking their Jeep and we're going to ride with Kyle and Michelle in their truck.
So you want to know what's in Tent Sleep? This is it. This is the whole thing. There's not much here.
Can even get vegetables here.
Wow. I guess it beats having to go all the way to Cody or Sheridan for Walmart. It really is a general store because they have a little bit of everything. All right, so the question is, what do you do when you're in Tent Sleep? We showed you the gift store. This is the rest of the activity.
So I got mousse, moss,
Mint chip.
mint chip.
Basically, mint chocolate chip ice
Yeah, I'm
cream.
thinking that's what it is, right? Yeah.
I think it's got like a swirl of chocolate caramel or something in it.
And they've got, our health nut friends got ice cream.
That's right.
I got moose moss mint.
He got real food.
He's a smart one. Ooh, that looks good. Italian?
Sandwich, yeah.
Nice. And I got nothing because I just had a sandwich, so I'm good. But honestly, they have some outdoor. Tent Sleep claims to have outdoor activities, which they probably do. But I think really what you're doing is going back into the Bighorns again. It's a cute little town. It definitely has character of a little town. Not all little towns have character. This one does. They have a music festival coming up in a week or two. I'm not familiar with any of the bands, but I think they try to keep this place alive. They try to have fun, and they're close to the National Forest, so if you want to come here, it's worth a visit. It shouldn't be your only destination that day unless they have some big thing going on. Let me show you one more thing. This is, cities don't always do this, and towns don't always do this, so you can pause it right here. This is how Tent Sleep got its name.
Good morning, y'all.
Morning, who's ready for a hike?
We are.
We think we are.
On a hike called, I think it's called Willow Lake. Taking our frog tongs again. It might rain.
Yes.
We'll see.
Oh, this whole next week, y'all, is supposed to rain. Not a lot. We're not supposed to get drenched, but rain the next week. So cool temperatures, a little bit of rain. The frog tongs that y'all suggested have worked out great. So we're so glad to have them.
And hopefully we'll update y'all later in the week, but it's supposed to be 51 here on the mountaintop.
In August.
First week of August, y'all. Isn't that crazy?
That's what I was going to say. Isn't that crazy? That's just nuts. But who's arguing? Not me. That's great.
Ready to go get our friends and go?
Let's go.
All right, y'all. We're fixing to go deep into the wilderness.
Cloud Peak Wilderness. Ooh.
My kind of trail. Lots of trees.
And I think for the most part, this is going to be forested or wooded.
And we're hoping to see some
Bears.
Nice. Well, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Want to see bears. What kind of bears they have here? Black bears or grizzly bears?
Bears.
Teddy bears?
Big teddy bears. Panda bears, wild panda
We
bears.
should see some awesome stuff to be able to show y'all. I won't give it away, but it should be interesting.
It should be interesting. I made her wait to record this because all gates are different. Usually Wyoming has those things where you just walk through like a maze. These are my least favorite. By far. I don't like this.
I was just like, why are you coming towards me?
All right, walk through. All right, y'all, it's not very scenic, but it is our first pond, and I'm officially naming this Mosquito Pond. And if you can see it, that'll explain it all. Very stagnant, nothing but lily pads and algae and marsh. That does not make for a good hike, so we shall keep going. What do you think?
Yes, and maybe we'll get closer so you can see it better. We'll see.
Take a look. It's actually kind of pretty, but filled with mosquitoes. All right, y'all. I don't know what kind of reveal this will be, but let's do it together. Oh, wow. I won't ruin it for the rest of them until they see it, but this is neat. How pretty is that with the mountain in the background? And an old-fashioned wooden sign. All right, get out the big screen because it's a big feature.
All right, y'all, I know y'all want to see this. Are you ready for it? Dun, dun,
I think I know what's coming.
It's the photographer of the
Yay! My self-declared title.
Man, it was worth those 10 seconds to see that. All right, y'all. As of right now, we have not met our mission yet. And what is our mission?
We're on a mission to get 10,000 subs, and the only reason we're bringing this up is because we need your help. Y'all have been so good to us. We've check out our subs. I'll put it right here. We've added so many, but we got a ways to go. It's a mission. It's a marathon. It ain't a sprint. So if you're watching on a phone, a tablet, a computer, a rock, no matter what you're watching on, I mentioned that before and nobody's challenged me on that yet. I'm pretty sure you can hit subscribe and it's free. Help us out, it's free, it's real quick, and that'll make YouTube like us.
And since we started this mission, some of y'all let us know that you went and checked and the YouTube robots have unsubscribed you. Yeah, so check that and see if you're still subscribed.
Honestly, that is a thing, y'all. A lot of content creators are bringing that up because YouTube is wacky, so just humor us and just check it right quick. We appreciate you and we love y'all. Thank you. All right, y'all. I wasn't kidding when I said this thing was mostly boulders. Look at this. This is a trail. Don't do this if you're unsure of your footing, if you have balance issues, or if you have any common sense, which we do not. But you know, we'll do anything for a payoff, so whatever. All right, y'all. This is not Willow Lake, the namesake for the trail, but I am going to get some great pictures here. I think this is Rainy Lake. This is, when you think of an alpine lake, this has got to be what you're thinking of. Look at this. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care for the boulders. That's not my favorite kind of trail, but I like the trees and seeing the mountain lakes and stuff. There's
enough of a payoff intermittently for it to be worth it. So overall, this isn't, even with all the rocks, it's not a bad hike, honestly.
And Maggie's bribing me with Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, if she finishes the trail.
Him too with Pizza Hut.
Anybody who doesn't end up as a trail hermit will get escorted to Pizza Hut.
Right.
All right, y'all, I wish I had hit record sooner because we just heard something and we don't know if it was coyotes or elk. It's midday, so I don't know, but it was really cool to hear the way it echoed off the walls. But you don't want to hear me yak about it. You want to see what's above here. So let's show you. Oh, wow. Yep. That is amazing. There she is.
But look, I see people down there, look. So how do you get down there?
Oh, we shall find out. All right, y'all. Clearly, we are still at the top. So I know I kind of indicated that we were going down there, but we started to head down. And we kind of lost the path, and Kyle said we were right there, but we didn't see it. So, and it seemed really steep, and we're already going to be getting back after 4 p.m. So we called it off this time. Sean's really disappointed, but at least we got to see it. What did y'all think of the hike? Would you do this hike? I mean, because there's so many rocks, but you're not going straight up. You know, and usually we have these hills that are just straight up the mountain. This time it was up a little, level, up a little, level. You got views along the way. I don't know, what do y'all think? Put in the comments below. What kind of hiking do you like?
All right, y'all, we made it. It was a brutal trail.
I have to say, the whole thing, the whole entire trail from front to back was rocky. The whole thing.
Boulders.
Yeah, so everybody, all four of us, each have something that hurts on it because, y'all, it's not just a trail. It's, like I said, it's rocks. The whole darn thing is rocks. And so your body isn't meant to twist that way. So something's gonna hurt when you get done. All right, got some stats. 1,640 feet of elevation gain. That is amazing. I think we got a lot more than that if you would have counted all the rocks that we climbed on. And 9.84 miles. Surprise, surprise, All Trails was wrong again. So, but it was an okay trail, but it wasn't a great trail. It'll never win any awards, and I'm quite sure we're never doing it again. So this video needs to live on in history because that's the only record of us actually having been here.
And how many calories did we burn?
Oh, calories. 3,135 calories each. And again, it had to have been closer to 4,000 because all those rocks, you're lifting your legs and all day long. So I'm going to call it 3,500 calories just because I think that's more accurate.
We ranked it a 2. Matthew wanted to rank it a 3. I wanted to rank it a 1. So we compromised with 2.
Yep. If you do this trail, know what you're getting into, have sturdy footwear, have a hiking pole, and don't be afraid of rocks. Good morning, everybody. We are in Buffalo, downtown Buffalo, Wyoming. Not Buffalo, New York. You were thinking that, weren't you? Buffalo, Wyoming. Still here. And this is just to show you the Cenex was across the street. This is squeaky clean car wash and laundromat. Around to the side, well, we're here doing laundry, by the way. Around to the side, oh, there's the sunshine. You can see there is the car wash part of it. And here's the laundromat. Let's go inside. We parked right there. It has a fairly big parking lot for a small laundromat. And as far as I know, this is the only deal in town. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't believe there are any other laundromats around. Here you saw Sean in the corner. All right, we have the regular machines. You got bigger machines for washing. See, they have a soap dispenser, change machine, and here is the big mammoth washing machine. This one looks the same, but it's a little bit heavier duty than the others. And then they have the dryers. They have one big dryer. Now, if you've been with us for a while, you ought to remember, I think it's the Payson Laundry Center in Yuma, Arizona, something like that. That big dryer in the corner, that's all they have at that one. But this one only has one of them. But they have all these small ones. So you ought to be able to find something to dry your clothes. Although they do seem to have a lot of pink stickers, which means out of order.
After we went to the laundry room, we get water.
Yay!
If you want to get water, it's the Tie Hat Campground National Forest. The Forestry Service said you can get water for free here.
I don't know if they're thrilled about you. I don't know if they're thrilled about you doing your whole camper. You'd have to ask them, but they don't care about buckets and water jugs and stuff like that.
Yep, we're filling up our little water jugs too, the 1 gallons for our. We put it in our Brita filter for our drinking water.
And show them what's across the street there, behind you.
There's a vault toilet, and then you can't see, but behind there is like some rocks, and it looks like a cave is up there too. Yeah, you can't see it right now.
We got some water at Tie Hat Campground, which is free, and now we are just joyriding, exploring, and we came upon this Loaf Mountain overlook. Yeah, you can see the highway, but look at that view, unobstructed. Isn't that amazing? And let me show you what the parking lot looks like. I know you're saying go back to the mountain. Just give me a second. There's the parking lot. Big parking lot.
Loaf is 11,722. Bighorn Peak is 12,324, and Darton Peak is 12,275. So that must be Loaf.
So Loaf is the big sprawling one on the left. And then Bighorn Peak is that big kind of rounded one in the middle, and Darton is that jagged guy on the right. Huh. So now y'all know your mountain peaks. That's really pretty. And if you want to see more, you know what to do. Head over to Facebook because I'm about to take some pictures.
Alright, we have water all in the bottom of our refrigerator.
Alright, show them right quick. And we've sopped a bunch of this up. I'm sorry we didn't film right away. It just escaped us. But Defrost means water collection, and if you can see right here, it collects water. So, all right, I need to dry it up. So I don't know how to get that out. And the water overflowed. In fact, it gets so cold in this fridge, there was ice in the water collection trays. So,
sorry for all the background noise. It's cloudy outside. We're running the generator and the ice maker, but I opened the fridge and I'm like, why is there water coming out from under our bottom drawer? So we have one of our drawers here. In our fridge, we got a 12-volt conversion. If you don't know what we're talking about, we'll drop that video below.
but then that water collection tray, in what, the 2 years plus that we've had this conversion done, we've never dried it up, never emptied it, never even thought about it. Well, guess what? Something done happened. I don't know what happened, but it was like Niagara Falls in there. So now we're sopping it up, and I'm taking, this water is dirty because it's dishwater. I don't need all that water in the trash.
Because one day we came in here and there was water there, and we just assumed that our water bottles were leaking, but now we know it wasn't the water bottles, because when the RV goes down the road, that water in that tray is starting to splash out and leak down everywhere. So I guess we need to either...
Well, I've got it empty now. All right, I got a towel. It's bigger than a hand towel, but it works. And it's, yeah, it's gonna work.
Oh, I see the water oozing. See, I went to put the pitcher back in here. I'm like, why is there water underneath the drawer?
All right, change of plans. We were gonna just dry it up, which we are, and you saw it, and let it go. But now it's been bothering us. Let's get our pickles out of the way.
Who else loves pickles? Do you like sweet pickles or dill pickles?
This thing right, this nasty behemoth right here is going to bother us because it's going to keep, I might need the hair dryer for that. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep melting, and it's going to keep causing a problem. Ooh.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, but I have to be careful of these fins. I don't want to.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Ha! Look at this.
That was in our refrigerator, not the freezer.
Our refrigerator gets cold, y'all. Real cold. This cold. Does your fridge get this cold? If you have an absorption fridge, it probably does not. You need a 12-volt conversion. I gotta be careful on this side because there's wires. All right, why did my light turn off?
Because it did that. It does that when the
There we go.
alarm goes off for the door.
And now, with our 12-volt conversion, this is not sponsored, but it, as always, it should be. Everybody say it together. Not sponsored, but it should be. I can set this using the original controls up to 9. All right, that means blast freezer. This sucker will get cold within an hour. It should be back down to normal temperatures in the low 30s, low to mid 30s. So I'm not worried about this at all. This is out of our negligence. We did not deal with this, and therefore the fridge says, fine, I'll deal with it. And then you get a flood. You get Noah's flood down there. All we need is an ark in the fridge.
How many of y'all have had a flood in your refrigerator?
And we don't even have an ice maker, so there's no water lines anywhere near the fridge. It's just negligence on our part.
All right, y'all, I don't know if you can tell, but we're like in a cloud, and the clouds are kind of just floating by. It's so weird. Like, you can't even see down the hill anymore. It's like the clouds rolled in and they're just rolling by us. This has only ever happened to us 2 other times. Once at Cedar City, Utah, and our first time at Grouse Mountain.
We're definitely not getting solar around here. Not today.
So our trusty Honda, well, is it really trusty?
Well, it is trusty, and I don't understand everything about this. So maybe some of you electrical geniuses can explain this to me. And I mean that. I don't get it all. So our rig, right over there, we can limit the amount of current that comes into it. It doesn't matter if it's from this generator, or from shore power, or from anything. Whatever it's plugged into, we can set the limit. So this is a 15 amp plug. So I set it to 15 amps. And it charges all day long, except until it runs out of gas. But here's the crazy thing. This is what I don't understand. If I keep it on 15 amps and I turn on the microwave, our system accounts for that. It pulls whatever this can't do out of the batteries, and it works perfectly, except when we're using this generator. If I use a heavy duty thing like the air fryer or the microwave, all of a sudden this stops charging us. And then as soon as a microwave or air fryer is done, what do you think happens? It automatically starts charging us again. It never happened with our other two generators that we had. Even that crummy one we had the last time. It never did that. So I don't know what's different about this one. Now, if we dial it down to like say 14 amps, because we played with it. If I limit the current to 14 amps coming in, all of a sudden I can run the microwave and run this at the same time. I can run the air fryer and this at the same time. I could probably run all three if I wanted to. That doesn't make any sense to me. If it makes sense to you, seriously, put it in the comments below. Why is this generator acting so differently? We have to limit the current to 14 amps instead of 15. The other two generators, as bad as they were, never had that problem. I don't get it.
Well, the second champion we had was always at ground level. It was never high in elevation. So we never got to experience that one at high elevation. We are at 8,500 feet right now.
I really doubt that has anything to do with it, but if it does, I would love to learn. So put it in the comments below, if whatever your answer is. But now I gotta fill it with gasoline.
Yeah. Look, y'all. This product is not sold in California. Anyways, yeah, and we figured that out because we had a friend that said he dials his down to like 12%. He has a different generator than we do, but that's what gave me that idea. So when we dialed it down to 14, it didn't conk out when we had the air fryer on. Man, this is foggy. All right, y'all, in honor of our stay here in the Bighorn Mountains, we cooked up something, or maybe I have.
You have.
We've been spending all our days living in a squatter's paradise. But then the ranger came along and said, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Well, at least for 14 days, right?
Y'all, we're doing musicals now, apparently. Who knew? Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. And I have to say, 2 years ago, we were in the Bighorns, right? Just for 2 weeks. And we were in Grouse Mountain. And at that time, it was all over the news. They were having tons and tons of problems. And it was so easy to see with squatters. She's not kidding. People who would stay all summer. Oh, I get to stay here. I got my spot. I'm going to drop my trailer right here all year. No, this year, let me tell you, the Forestry Service is hot on the trail of anybody who wants to stay more than 14 days. And I have to say, good job. Thank you. My hat's off to you figuratively. I ain't taking it off.
Yeah, because everybody should be able to enjoy this. These people were treating it like their personal vacation home, and it's public land. It's everybody's land, and everybody should get an opportunity to enjoy it. But this is not an optical illusion, y'all. We were hoping y'all would see the mountains, but it is August the 9th, 2024, and yes, we're dressed like this.
This is not for the benefit of this video, y'all. It's cold out here. It was 42 degrees last night.
In fact, go back in your time machine. Is that how a time machine sounds?
Since they don't exist, you got it right.
And tell us, leave us a comment below, what was the temperature on August 9th where you were?
It should be either 90 degrees or in the triple digits. It's an easy choice because most of you are probably frying your bacon right now.
And y'all, we're cheap. It was 46 in the RV, or should I say he's cheap? No, maybe you're cheap. If you want to know how to do cheap RV living, stick with us. We did not turn our heater on because we need to save propane.
That's right. Our propane tanks are above 70% and the other one's full, and we aim to keep them that way.
So we're dressed in layers. I have like 3 shirts on, my hoodie on. I got flannel PJs underneath my pants and stuff, double socks.
Yep, I'm wearing layers. It really did get cold, but I tell you what, we're not complaining. We are not complaining at all because it's either that or you roast. And I'm not kidding. We have friends in Idaho right now who they showed us their forecast, 95, 97, 97, 96, stuff like that. Who wants to live that way? Not me.
But we also have Canadian friends that are in the high 90s. I mean, when you think of Canada,
seriously?
Do you think of the 90s, y'all? I don't.
No, so I guess that's a lesson for me. Stick to high elevation. If you want to be cool, now this is abnormal. It doesn't normally get this cold here. It should be in the 60s and 70s, to be fair. We're not like at 15,000 feet here. It shouldn't be 40 degrees, but it is.
Another thing is Matthew turned into a cow wrangler.
Oh, I wish we had that on film. Oh, I wish we did. That's funny, yeah. One of our friends, Courtney, who actually had a better handle on it than I did, because I didn't know it. I just stare him down, and she went up to him and started clapping and said, "Get out, get out." And so I started doing that, and man, you would have thought I was a 20-foot monster because they just ran like a whole herd, so I got good at it.
Yeah, the cows are very noisy around here. And y'all
They just sit there and moo at you. They stare at you and moo. This big 1,000-pound mooing beast.
So we've learned how to get the cows to move. And some are stubborn. I think one kind of stared at Matthew and said, "I don't want to move. Do I have to move?"
And there was a baby cow, a calf, who must have been a bull or something, because it was staring me down and I was going towards it, get on, and it eventually, I wasn't very far from it, and it finally went on, but it was like, you ain't gonna move me.
And where we're standing, do y'all ever think of when you're gonna boondock that you're gonna be boondocking in a cell phone lot? The funniest thing, y'all, it was this black truck, it was the dad, I'm gonna call it the dad, was driving the truck, and the teenage son was in the passenger side. And so the dad was driving around us on this hill, and his son is hanging out the phone. Like, have y'all seen the movie The Lion King where Mufasa holds up Simba, like the circle of life or whatever? He was like, "It's the circle of life."
Only his cell phone. I'm like, kid,
He
listen.
cannot live without a cell phone. So to him, it was a circle of life because his dad was driving him in a circle. All right, y'all.
We told you that we saw evidence of a mouse.
Yes.
And we got him. But we can't take all the credit. We cannot take all the credit. Our friend Kyle, our friends Kyle and Michelle, actually, from the Wandering Shores, I know you've heard of them, and I know you're going to go to their channel. They actually put mouse traps outside because they have kitties inside. So that wouldn't be a good mix. And we have traps on the inside. So we caught one on the inside. Our unbeatable, I'm calling it an unbeatable. Even the manufacturer doesn't claim this, but that's okay. I'll claim it for you. It's an unbeatable mouse trap. It just is. And if you don't know what we're talking about, the link to that specific trap will be in the link below. We caught one, and they caught what, like 4?
I think, no, they've caught 6. He caught 3 at one time.
That's right.
One that took the trap off, and then 2
carried
more.
it away. And
so I think that's 6. Did I do my math right, y'all?
So that's 6 less than could have been in our trailer.
But the funny thing is, after Matthew saw evidence, we didn't catch anything for the first 2 or 3. The first night we did, and then we added more traps, and then we still didn't catch anything for 2 or 3 nights. And then finally Matthew went downstairs and we caught one, but none since. And I've even changed my underbelly lights because it said it had a strobe on it, but it doesn't.
No.
It's dancing lights, so it looks like a disco.
John Travolta, man.
Looks like a disco party outside. So I think that's helping keep the mice out.
I do too. Again, you know what we're gonna say. Drop your comments below with what's your best mouse preventative. I know you're gonna say essential oils, you're gonna say peppermint, you're gonna say stuff like that. Fine, put it all down there, help us out, help everybody else out. There might be somebody watching who needs that assistance right now, so throw your advice down below.
But we would like to add to our mouse arsenal of things, like maybe actually get a true type of Ritter Rat or strobe thing, ultrasonic. We're gonna look into getting newer ultrasonic plugs too, because maybe ours aren't working anymore, because for the first 3.5 years we did not get any mice, and now all of a sudden 2.
And now these are things that should not bother anybody. It's not like our front cap is going to be flashing on and off. It's just little bitty lights underneath. So it shouldn't bother anybody if we're in an RV park.
That we're going to have close to the tire or something like that. But one more thing before we let y'all go. We got to boondock here with 2 sets of friends, Kyle and Michelle, who are from the Wandering Shores, and Chris and Courtney, which they have a channel called
Amputee Adventures.
We'll drop their links down below. It is so much fun. And I think it's funner. Is funner a word?
No, but go with it.
To be here with friends and boondock
it really
with
is.
friends, to share this huge area with friends. We have really enjoyed it.
And our friends happen to have great personalities, and they're all great people. They share in responsibilities, resources, stuff like that. It's just great camping with them, and by the time you see this, I don't know what's going to be happening because we don't plan that far, but hopefully we'll still be together.
Yeah. Are you ready to go inside? It's kind of chilly out here.
I am cold and it's August. That ain't right.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.